Hello and welcome to this short presentation on how to use references in your writing following the University of Wollongong Harvard's referencing system. There are two different ways that you can use a reference in your writing. You can either include it at the end of the statement that you're making in parentheses, and that's the example that's shown there, the first one, the climate is heating up due to greenhouse emissions. The alternative is to include the author's name as part of the sentence, and that's the second one. Smith states the climate is heating up due to greenhouse emissions. When you read those two, which one of them treats the climate change as if it is a fact, and which one refers to it as the opinion of a person? Make your choice now. This first one is the sentence where we're treating it as if it's a fact. We are saying the climate is heating up due to greenhouse emissions. This second one, we are treating it as a fact that the person said it. So this makes this information about climate and greenhouse emissions dependent upon Smith's opinion. So there's a difference there in the way that you might want to refer to a source that you're including. Either way, the information that you need to include when you're referencing remains the same. You need the family name, the year of publication. If it is a quotation, you do need to have a page number. If it is a paraphrase, you don't need to have a page number, but it is a good idea if you can. The examples on the slide that you're looking at now all include a page number, so I'm assuming that they are all a quotation. If they were paraphrases, they would simply not have the information about the page number. If we have a look at the top, this is the example where the person is part of the sentence. If it is one person, it's, for example, Smith, it's the top line. If we have two people, it would be Smith and Jones, the second line. Three authors, Smith, Jones and Black, the third line. But four or more, and we no longer list all of their names in the in-text citation, it would then be Smith et al. The reference list entry would include all of the names, but not in the middle of your writing, which is what we're looking at here. The same information is what you need if you are going to include all of this information in parentheses at the end of something. One author, name, year, page number. Two authors, give them both, the year and the page number. Three authors, give all of them, the year and the page number. Four or more, and we revert to Smith et al. Now, the following slides will see how well you are going at applying this. Here we have three different paraphrases with a page number in each, and they've been included in the paragraphs in three different ways. In the top paragraph on line 4, we have Davies et al. The second paragraph, we have Davies, Gregory and McGuinn. The third paragraph, we have Davies I, Gregory I and McGuinn N. I'm hoping that you can work out which one of these is correct. Do you think it's A or B or C? Please make your selection now. The correct answer is B. If you remember from our previous slide, we only use et al. When there are 4 or more authors, and in this case there were only 3, so it can't be A. And if you remember from our previous slide, we don't include initials in the in-text citation. We do in the reference list, but not in the in-text citation. Therefore, the third paragraph is wrong because it includes their initials. So when you're doing your in-text citation, the number of authors makes a difference. It matters. And there are no initials in any in-text citation. Here I have another 3 paragraphs for you, and these are for a quotation. We have the page numbers in each, and this is just the opportunity for you to practice. Which of these 3 paragraphs do you think is correct? Is it the first one, A. Keddy, 2005 P84? Is it the second one, Keddy 2005 P.84? Or is it the third one, Keddy 2005 P.space 84? Please make your selection now. The correct answer is C. It can't be A because that includes the initial, and as we've already said, no initials are included. It isn't B because there is no space between the dot after the P and the page number. In C, we have P dot space page number. So when you're doing your referencing, spacing matters. For the slides following, I'm going to be working from the text that we have here. So here I have a quote from a book, and the book is written by Serema and Clements, 2009. They reference Verpillo, who wrote in 1976. So my question is on the following slide. Should we reference the book alone, as in example A? Should we reference the person who originally had that idea, as in B? Or should we reference the person who had that idea and show that it came from this particular book by Serema and Clements? Please make your choice now. The correct answer is C. We can't simply have the book because that would deny acknowledgement of the person whose idea it was. So it can't be A. We can't have B because although that is the person who said it, we didn't go and look them up. We got it from a book by Serema and Clements, so we are relying on their interpretation. Therefore, C is correct. Show the person who had the idea and the year, cited in Serema and Clements, which is the book that you took that information from. In the reference list, it is only necessary to include the book by Serema and Clements. The book by Verpillo is not in the reference list because we didn't look it up. If, however, you did, then you could do B, but you would only do B if you saw that Verpillo had written it, and instead of looking and relying on the Serema and Clements book, you actually went and looked up Verpillo's work himself. This is the final slide, and it is just simply a review of the referencing lists. On the left-hand side are the correct entries. On the right-hand side are the incorrect entries. If you compare the left-hand side to the right-hand side for the first entry by B, which is a book, can you identify the things that are wrong? Capitalisation is wrong. Even if the book has the name The Growing Child in capitals, you don't do that in the reference list. You put lowercase, and the font style matters. The title is in italics. Please have a look now at the second entry by Marshall and Rowland. This too is a book. On the right-hand side, we have capitals, and we know that that's wrong. And we have Melbourne, Australia, followed by Longman, Cheshire. And that's incorrect. Longman, Cheshire is the publisher and they go first. So the sequence of the information matters. The next entry, Moran, is a journal article. The left is right and the right side is wrong. We can see that the right side has K. Moran, and that's incorrect. But have a look carefully at the bottom. VOL.34, volume 34, NO.2, issue number 2, PP 114 to 127. Compare that to the left-hand side. There is no spacing on the right-hand side, and that's why it's wrong. Spacing is important. The final entry along the bottom is an example of a website. The author goes first, even though in this case the author is not a person but an organisation. The title has capitals and is italicised, and we have the word viewed and the full date. On the right-hand side we've got accessed and the short date, and that's incorrect. And then we have the full URL. That URL does not ever appear in the in-text writing. It only appears here in the reference list.